everyone, this is Freya doing a good old Elara draft. Although, unfortunately, with mixed packs instead of the old type. In any case, this pick is pretty easy. It's Sigil of Distinction. I want to warn you that I'm probably pretty rusty and I probably won't do very well. I'll end up with some 5-color monstrosity that will fail miserably in the first round, but in any case, for old time's sake, I'm still making a video. And also for all my fans out there. Because I have so many of them. Yeah, anyway, there was not really much there. It was a Terminate or something. I'm not really gonna pass the Sigil Distinction for anything. Pack one, pick one, I think. Well, except maybe like a foil mythic or something. you know. Anyway, second pick. There are a few directions you can go with here. Green White Aggro, very strong archetype. Banshee played a very good card in that, and so is a Crazy Squire. So it's very well represented here. Blue Black is good. Has Drex's Alchemist and Brain Bite and Soul Manipulation. So then there's Tide Hollow Scholar, which really only fits in Esper and 5-color control, but very good card. And Viscera Dragger, which is just fairly solid and fairly non-committal. Fits in just about anything. I'm not really sure where I want to go, but with a Sigil Distinction, I probably want to go with a kind of aggro green-white deck. So I think I will probably take Sureblade. Also, there is a lot of blue-black in this pack, and it's all about the same level, and blue, and So I think passing all of it along is pretty good. Crazy Squire being here kind of makes it maybe weaker, but I think I'll take Sureblade nonetheless, because it's a very good card. Here, Active Monomonks is not really that good. It's kind of slow. So I wouldn't really take that here. I'm going to take a Tobin Acetate because it fits with my pick in the pack before, and there's nothing really too very much better. Soul's Fire is probably worth taking. But I'm not entirely sure I want to commit to a third color quite yet, and Soul's Fire isn't the strongest removal ever. Jesse and Zombies is very good fixing, but I don't really think I need to take so is Esper Panorama, but it's not really in my current colors, and I wanna jump into some kind of. If I was gonna jump into a 5-color brew, I'd probably be taking fixing at this point over all these cards, but I'm gonna try for a more aggro deck. Ooh, Knight of the Skyward Eye is definitely good for that deck. Drag Down is good too. Very good removal. Pretty late to see it here, so black might be open. Firefilled Ogre is not really surprising that it's late because it's committing, and it's committing to Grixis, which is generally not highly drafted for some reason. But it's a very good card, and everything else here is pretty mediocre, besides these two cards. And, Drag Down is definitely better than Knight of the Skyward Eye, but I'm really sort of want to try for a green-white aggro deck because I kind of like that deck. And so I'm going to take it here. Now here there's a pretty good pick. Rock's Brood is definitely good in an aggro deck, but it is a third color. Even Trailblazer is also very good. It's 2/5 for 3. You can't really go wrong with that, especially if you pick up some Exalted. And you really want to get a few flyers in there. And then there's Court Archers, which is good in the green-white aggro deck, but not really on par with these two. And besides that, there's not a whole lot here. And so it's kind of between those two. And because I don't really know if I want to plunge into red, I think I will take the Haven Trailblazer because they aren't, Rexbridge is definitely better, but not like a huge deal better. Gleamer Resistance is pretty easy pick here. I mean, Soul Manipulation is of course better, but again, fixing, and I mean, it's good fixing is a decent spell on its own, you know? You actually cast it. And yeah. If I was blue black, I would take blue black white. I would probably even take Gleam over Soul Manipulation just because fixing is kind of important. So, not a bad start, really. I mean, I kind of like it. Green white. It's always been a strong archetype, and I kind of like in Alara, you know, it's kind of easy to fall into some kind of, oh, let's see, to fall into some kind of, you know, 5-color monstrosity, and if you don't like stick to your guns, you know. Suicidal Charge is a very good card. So Night Drake. It's not anything really for us. I guess I could take Darkly Gargoyle because, you know, it's very good. I haven't got any Exalted. Yeah, of course, but it's very good with Exalted. But and if you're actually happen to be black, so it's kind of better in Esper Exalted deck. Wish Visionary though doesn't really appeal. Maybe I'll just take the Lure Scale Coatl. It's not bad. It's might not make the deck, but pretty much the same can be said for all of them, and actually it probably might, because Cathari Scritcher is kind of likely the pick here. Glastos Hulk is very good in the Esper deck, but not really that exciting outside it. But I think Cathari Scritcher is a fine card, and looks like we might end up in banned this time around, which is not ideal, but not bad, you know, all around. Gonna have to pick up some. I mean, Naya is kind of better for the green white aggro than banned, but red has really not been flowing, has it? So here, I guess I'll pick up. I mean, Guardians, yeah, nah. It's as exalted, but it doesn't really do anything besides that. So I think picking up some piece of fixing is okay. Just on Bomb Giver. Funny card. It doesn't really seem that bad, but it never makes the deck for some reason. You know, there's just like there's always something better. You know, not that bad, but there's always something better. Oh, Crescent Squire yield. Now that's weird. So did Soul Manipulation and Brain Bite. Wow. People are making weird choices here. In any case, I'm taking a Crescent Squire, obviously. Really passing a rather strong blue-black deck, though. It's just kind of not ideal. Yeah. I guess here I could take Unsummon. I don't really think it's gonna make my deck, and you know, it might end up with more colors than I like to go. So I think taking the Jessian Zombies is fairly solid here. Cancel really doesn't belong in any kind of aggro deck, and this pack is nothing, and I will just take my foily land because I like my foily lands. Well, I think Marble Chalice is not going to make my deck, but you know, I never know. Might be. It's not the worst card ever to play. It's just pretty bad. Gix's Illusionist, if you really need fixing, you can run it, but otherwise I wouldn't advise it. It's not a bad first back. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's a good red card. Oh, no, like, married to blue, I suppose. We'll see. I think I take Apocalypse Hydra here. There's nothing really in green, white, or blue that is terribly good. I mean, Sanctum Gargoyles is good, but only if you have some artifacts, and I don't. And we haven't got any. We got. We'll see, but I think Apocalypse Hydra is just head and shoulders over every card here, so we'll just take it and see where it goes. Might end up cutting this blue. Maybe not. Or we might end up just splashing red. Who knows? Isn't that how it always ends up going? I mean, Gilspire Avenger, very good card. So is Dragon Soul Knight if you end up in 5-color, but actually not really that good. Sangrai Backlash you could take. And Actually, I think I kind of prefer that over Gilspire Avenger. I mean, removal is hard to come by, and it's really Gilspire Avenger and really tends to just sort of like Royal Assassin, only worse in that it doesn't really ever kill anything. It just stops things from attacking you, and it doesn't even do that all that effectively, since the damage has to be dealt to you before it does anything. And here we got a Crumbling Necropolis, which is not really that ideal of a fixing for us, but it does do the job nonetheless. And a Firewall Border Post, which is maybe better as far as fixing goes. Depends on whether we expect to end up playing the blue cards or not. Whether we should take Crumbling Necropolis or just Firewall Border Post. But I think I prefer Firewall Border Post, although I will probably end up regretting it. So as of now, we're probably not playing this, and still not entirely sure if I'm just splashing the red in a band deck or whether I'm just going to go all out on a Naya deck and throw away this blue. In either case, this one, Grey Clock Gargantuan, is good. Not sure if maybe just taking a band panorama is better though. I think it is. Yeah, I think band panorama is gonna be a little. You gotta take fixing in your color. It's kind of high, you know. And I really would not mind, you know, playing these lovely blue cards along with my Apocalypse Hyper and Great Backlash. And then, alright, so now we've got a bit of a pick. We could take Soul's Fire, which is pretty good. Or we could take Talon Trooper, and okay, that's not much of a pick. I really think I'll take Soul's Fire this time. This deck hasn't really gotten any better in the second pack, really. I mean, gotten some bombs, but it's lost a lot of its focus in the process. Isn't that how it always goes, though? Alright, so this is interesting. Got a Wild Nicatl, which is I wouldn't mind taking, you know. It's probably most of the time just gonna be a 2-2, but I'm still kind of hoping for an aggro shell, and I think it's gonna be better. And I think, yeah, I mean, Mastodon is probably, or Sylvan Bounty are also under consideration. Really not any of the other cards, but I think I will take Wild Nicatl. I've taken quite a lot of fixing lately, and I do need a few more aggressive creatures to finish out this curve. Quite a few more aggressive creatures, actually. Anyway, here, Avon Squire is a very fine card in Green White Aggro. Valley Rennet, it's also a consideration. It's fine fixer, and I do prefer having the fixers that are actually also, you know, doing something in your deck. But and Sacellum or Sacellum, I'm not sure. I like Sacellum though. Sacellum Archers is a very good card in Naya. But I think I'll take Avon Squire. Because that's the kind of shell I've started with. I think sticking to it is a good idea. And on that note, Colossal Bite, I suppose. I mean, God Toucher, really not worth it. Counter Squall is foil, I guess. But besides that, that pack doesn't really have much for us. I'm not sure I play Colossal Mind. If the red ends up being more of a splash, it's probably not worth it. Well, we'll see how many other pump spells I can end up with first. People do not understand how you can let that happen. You know, seriously, Skyclaw Thrush wield? Well, something else in this pack anyway. I guess I'll just take it. Not sure if I can afford to play it. I mean, I'm looking for more of a green-white aggro deck, so I'm gonna need a lot of green and white in the deck in order to play these cards early, so I'm not gonna want shredder white. Blue, and you know, a card that requires both is fairly meh. Ooh, Infest is very good against my deck, but I think Masquerade is very good in my deck, so I know, it's generally a 3-3 for 3, which is very good for an aggro deck to have. Here, it's pretty simple. Take a Jungle Weaver. Probably the best of the big cyclers. Or at least the one that you most often actually end up casting for some reason. All those. Of those. This one, not a whole lot going on. Not sure if there's a deck I would want to board in Scattershot Archer against, but I suppose we'll find out. I think just cancel here. I'm not gonna play it though. Toxic Iguana. Not gonna play that either. So yeah, this deck is kind of strange right now. I really just don't know if what is gonna become of it. I still don't know what's gonna become of it, but I think I will take you in Battle Mage. Well, I could take another Lore Scale Coatl. I don't have any card draw. Well, I have some cyclers. They're good with that. No, I think I will take the Yun Battle Mage. And I probably should. It's a very, very good Battle Mage. The best Battle Mage, I think. And yeah, I think it's worth taking. May end up still not sure I'm gonna play this blue. Blue isn't like hugely exciting. It's nothing I can't abandon. But it's really more of a question of whether I end up with enough playables in Naya to support it. Alright, Cruel Tomato Man. Yeah, that's lovely. I ain't playing that anyway. If I end up playing the blue, Esper Stormblade is a very good card, and Field Mist Border Post would fit right in. I don't really like Rock Slide Elemental in Naya. It works in Yuns if you have some Devour or stuff like that, or a lot of removal, but not in Naya. Not so much. Naya Sojourners is okay. But I think I'll just take the Esper Stormblade. Still lacking a little in focus on this deck, but we'll see where it ends up. Okay, so that's a Sharding Swings. Very, very late Sharding Swings. It looks like we're going for blue with a splash of red. In that case, I'm not sure whether all these red cards are going to make it. And the removal probably will. Probably not this guy, although we'll see. Anyway, Sharding Swings, not really sure what people are thinking passing that so late. Wouldn't mind having this Crumbling Necropolis. Actually, wouldn't mind having taken the other one either, as I suspected. Steward of Valor, also a very good card in this deck, and Masqueraders, but Sharding Swings it is. The one color I'm not is black, so Mist-Swaying Border Post not helpful, but I think Rux Meditant would be pretty good in my deck, so a Psychosis Sorcerer. But I prefer Rux Meditant, I think. We don't have any 4-drops right now, and drawing a card is never a bad thing. Rux Meditant it is. Oh, another Knight of the Skyward Eye. Which I think I will take over these cards. Yeah. Well, we have 17 creatures already. Maybe I should just take this Arcane Sanctum for fixing. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, maybe. Alright. So Esper Stormblade, and another field-based border post. Must be a print run then. Telemann Performances is not worth it, I think. So again, it's between taking the fixing and the Esper Stormblade. I'll just take the Esper Stormblade. And here, Ember Weaver. We don't really have any red permanents. Ember Weaver's not that exciting. I think I'll just take Talon Trooper over it. Although that is putting me rather heavily in blue. Well. It's not like the Esper Stormblade aren't on that. I still take Talon Trooper. Flyers are fun, you know. Ooh, Sigil Blessing. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. So, Lure Scale Coatl tabled. And it's really the only card worth taking here, I think. So, man, I have a lot of creatures. Of course, they're not all gonna make my deck, but the real question is which one of them aren't. Probably, let's see. Not Unit Battle Mage. Don't think we need anything here. Guess we could take Constricting Tendrils and Cycles, though we're not playing it. So I don't really know why I would take it just because it cycles. Yeah, I guess we're playing everything here. And then we can maybe cut this guy, since it does not cycle for mana. Yeah, that's a lot of... That's a lot of... different colors. I don't really think we need a Kaleidos Stone, but not running double negative with certain Yearling, and somebody else might need that Kaleidos Stone. Another Sanctum Plow-based. Well, I suppose I could run 16 lands. And that many land cyclers, I think we should be okay. 16 lands. Let me run a few less islands. Sanctum Plow-based are really just so bad as anything. Yeah. Sigil of the Nine Gods. Not a bad card, but I don't think it'll make this deck. Yeah. Let's see where we're going with this. Alright, so let's see. We're playing this, and this, and this, and this, and not this. And this, and this. We're playing Wild the Cattle, Mountaineer Riders, Topanastic. Aesthetic? I'm not sure. Probably not this, but I'm gonna put it kind of probably pile. And probably these. I don't think we're need Grixis Illusionist. Let's see if I'm playing two Lore Scale Coatls. See, this is kind of iffy. This is kind of iffy. This is a land. This is in. This is in. And this. This. And this. Not this. This. These two. And this. So it looks like we're kind of more in blue-white than green-white, actually. Let me see statistics. Yeah, we're actually more blue than green. That means we might want to reconsider our choice of fixing. Oh yeah, by the way, Sigil is in. Is the last card in, by the way. Might want to consider a wild cattle then. And possibly run something along the lines of... Well, it's not consistently going to be... Yeah, I think we skip the wild cattle and just put in a soul's fire in its place. And maybe we can skip a Sanctum Plow piece for a Jungle Weaver. Since we don't need blue-white fixing as much if we end up with blue and white as the main colors. And maybe skip the other one for Grixis Illusionist. It's kinda meh, but fix is better than the Sanctum Ploppists. Maybe a Kaleidostone. Oh, let's try it like this. Let me see. Now we got blue, white. We got this is mostly green fixing. This is green and red fixing. This is blue and white fixing. Let's take a look at what they suggest. Okay, one red. Yeah. Why do you want 4 black? I have no idea what Moto is on about sometimes. Do we want 3 green? Is that? There's 4, 5 with this. Yeah, that's probably right. This mana is kind of iffy mana. Really should be running slightly more fixing, I think. Yeah, let's see though. We have 1, 2, 3 red sources for 3 red cards. Well, that probably should be 4, but I don't really think. Well, we could count this as a 4th red source. Yeah, sure. Green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources, sort of. So that's not bad. Actually, that's even quite a lot. Let me see. 13. Why? Maybe I should play 1 less forest? No, I don't think so. I think we'll just try it like this. I predict I'm going to get screwed at least once or twice, but you know, hey, wouldn't be a Lara if you don't get screwed. Color screwed occasion, at least, you know. Hey, wait. Yeah. 18 creatures, that's quite a lot. Maybe I don't need. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, let's just try this.